Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first event of its kind. You are pioneers joining us for the Asia-Pacific New Leaders Dialogue. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. Let's get started welcoming our hosts. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce Dinopati Jalal, co-founder of Moderni.
We're very special and unique. We are the first generation of the 21st century. We have the tools to change the world, to create our own destiny and future, to beat disease.
I'm glad to be able to join the Generation 21 Dialogue through a video message today and share with you some of my thoughts on the prospect of an Asian century. Asia is rich in diversity, cultural heritage, and natural resources. In the 21st century, or as some would say the Asian century, Asia has been the most dynamic region with the most impressive economic growth and the fastest social and technological development in the world. The rapid growth in almost all dimensions, especially as a result of globalization and interconnectedness, has indeed brought us many changes, opportunities, and also... So I ask you, participants of the Generation 21 Dialogue, what can you do to help?
The United States is the 43rd president. He is Barack Obama, and we're very fortunate to have a message being read out by the United States ambassador today, His Excellency Cameron Hume, a message from Barack Obama. Thank you.
I send my warmest greetings to all those attending the first Generation 21 Asia-Pacific New Leaders Dialogue in Jakarta, Indonesia. It's encouraging that so many smart and promising young leaders will discuss issues that affect both Asia and the United States. As you discover new and creative ways for business, government, and civil society to come together and meet the challenges of the 21st century, I assure you that Americans are ready to work with you. We want to be a good partner. We want to listen. And we want to help. As I often say to young people, you can reimagine and remake this world in ways current generations can only dream about. There's great power in your energy, optimism, and determination. In so many important ways, the future depends on you. I wish you all the best for a productive and enjoyable meeting. Barack Obama. Thank you very much.
Now, a lot is expected of ASEAN and what ASEAN has been doing for the region, because ASEAN has provided forum and fora for the rest of East Asia to come together, to dialogue just like this, to compare notes, and to think about the future. ASEAN is now the core, the centerpiece, the centrality of all architectures here in East Asia.
Are you optimistic or pessimistic about the 21st century?
Okay.
Answer 1 is optimistic. Answer 2 is pessimistic.
Okay, so press
There's no
1.
3.
If you're like most Asians, do I dare say that?
89% optimistic, 11% pessimistic. There has to be some debate about this.
Of technology, and because of the particular set of issues that we are facing now, like no other century in history, we have the opportunity to mess it up really badly, or we have the opportunity, using technology, to set the world on a completely different trajectory.
At the moment. So I think the defining characteristic, actually, the trend will be young people saying what we need is not necessarily more politics, more discussion, more conversations. What we need is action. And I think the challenge is empowering young people themselves to be agents of change in the Asia-Pacific region.
Home city, Cotabato City, right outside the city, we have still 300,000 internally displaced people. I think it's an internal conflict, and it has its roots in social, political, and economic marginalization of a minority. Now, I think our discussion today, it will be worth our while. Even as we talk about how to improve relations among nations, it would be good for us to talk about improving relations within nations.
So if you can unleash that creativity, there's no reason why anybody should be poor anywhere. So we need the changes. We need the changes in our thinking, in our legislations, in our policies, in our institutions. Then we can come out very quickly. So that's what we need to do, and you will be doing it. We are the creators of the world. We are not just talent here. We build the world the way we want. And that's what you have to want, what kind of world you want to build.
To me, that I experienced when living with indigenous people, they don't know anything about globalization or what is the poverty is, but it is getting difficult each day when they try to hunting their game animal. I can eat, like 10 years ago, I can eat deer like once a month, but now even a year, we cannot reach even one deer. And also, they don't know that tuberculosis is a disease that they think it's come from evil. So, the poverty comes from a new kind of form. It's not about only having no food or having no money, or even if you give money to them every day, but the poverty is not that simple. Losing their forest is also kind of poverty. Losing their identity, being proud of themselves, to continue their way of living. When people try to dogmatic them that their way of life is wrong, their way of life is not civilized, is kind of poverty too. Yeah. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Firstly, I hate Manchester United. As a football club, only Kyrie likes them. So the trick is that if I sat in my office, I wouldn't have made the right decision, and I would have had a very upset group of people. Secondly, throughout this, when I found so many talented kids in my company that just didn't have the money for further education, but had a much bigger brain than myself. So our first cadet pilot program, we opened it up to everyone. We didn't follow conventional wisdom. It changes the morale of the company that anything is possible.